Story 1. Me, 32 male, and her, 30 female, together 6 years, living together for 1 year. I overheard a phone call between her and her cousin yesterday where she mentioned all the hot guys she encountered when she used to be on Tinder and then was making fun of the fact I was losing my hair and how foolish I looked in some clothing I wore the other day. I was not trying to overhear their conversation. It was completely audible through the wall as I sat in the couch. We just moved into a new place. I confronted her about it immediately afterwards. She tried to lie about it initially but then admitted it and said she's just joking, that's just girl talk and that's just how she is. She cheated on me 4 years ago with Tinder. Although she didn't end up dating anyone, I found all the chats. I told her it was extremely disrespectful. Not only what she said but also the fact that she's talking crap behind my back to her family. Our relationship was seemingly going very well and we were talking about kids, marriage, etc. When I confronted her, she just shut down and started doing random stuff on her computer. I told her I'm not wasting my time trying to talk to her if she thinks that's an acceptable way to treat me. She kept staring at her computer and I left and went to bed. It is now the next day and I am posting from work. I don't know what I'm looking for here. I think it's obvious I need to end the relationship. Should I try to get another apology out of her and fix things or just pack my bags and leave? TLDR, GF said some pretty bad stuff about me to her cousin and I overheard the entire conversation. GF lied then played it off, now isn't speaking to me. She cheated on you before. She belittles you to her family. She defends herself after belittling you. She's openly fondly remembering the time when she cheated on you. And then she shut down and refused to communicate with you after behaving so disgustingly. Just leave. There are so many better women out there. You deserve respect and consideration. You deserve a grown-up who will and can be held accountable for her actions. You deserve someone who has the emotional intelligence to communicate through conflict with you. And you definitely deserve loyalty and faithfulness. Why on earth would you want to stay with someone who doesn't seem to like you? For the most part she is loving and affectionate. She will occasionally pull some bullcrap like this. But this seems on a whole another level. Offenders and just toxic partners can be loving and affectionate sometimes. It's part of how they keep you loathing yourself and in a bad relationship. LOL dude, the only advice from any sane person you're gonna get is get out of this relationship. Stop making excuses for her. She wasn't joking. That's what she thinks of you, for real. Should I try to get another apology out of her and fix things or just pack my bags and leave? Pack your bags and leave. There's nothing for you here but fake smiles to your face and derision behind your back. This is seriously awful. I'm so sorry she said that. Incredibly disrespectful and downright cruel. This is not girl talk. Girls who love and admire their significant others do not make low blows about their appearance to friends or reminisce about the hot guys she cheated on you with. Disgusting behavior. I know 6 years seems like such a long time. Like you've spent so much time in this relationship you have to make it work. I'm telling you, you do not. You do not need to sacrifice yourself for her. You're still young. You've still got plenty of time for marriage and children with women who will not treat you like this. I started over when I was 29 and it was the most terrifying yet best decision I ever made. Life is too short and too long to be with someone who doesn't treat you well. Marriage will not fix this. It will only make it worse. It's not too late to start making some positive changes. It's not too late to start a new chapter. Trying to force an apology out of someone who should have sincerely apologized in the first place is a waste of time. Even better, don't mock your partner to your friends. Get your stuff together, make sure your finances are fully split from hers and then get out of there. Find someone who doesn't do what she does. OP, just pack your bags and leave. You don't deserve someone like that. Cut her off completely, go no contact and find someone who deserves you and will treat you better. Wish you all the best, OP. Story 2. I have posted here before, but about a month ago I found out that my ex cheated on me and made up lies about me, others, etc. and had a fling with one of her friends and has ghosted me in the past. There was a handful of pretty hurtful things if you'd like to look at my list history. Anyways, I have since gone NC and have been moving on with my life, and this time I feel that I have greatly improved my self-worth, boundaries, and feel like I have moved on past it. We both live pretty close to one another on a college campus, and the other day I ran into her at the campus Starbucks on my way home. She asked me to talk, and I told her that I would her out, but after what has happened it was time for us to move on. She gave me the first genuine apology for everything since I found out, but said that she wants to meet up this week to fully talk about what happened. She prefaced with the fact that she had been seeing a psychiatrist and had been diagnosed with BPD and as a sociopath and narcissist. She said it in a way that sounded like she didn't really have control over her actions during her manic episodes, as she put it. Is that a legitimate excuse for that type of behavior, and should I hear her out? I don't want to invalidate mental health issues, but I don't know enough about it to determine if it's a legitimate excuse or if she is trying to justify her actions by using that. How do I process this? TLDR, GF cheated and used diagnosis as an excuse. Should I hear her out? Wish her the best and leave. She will do this again. All you can do. Some people just aren't good for relationships and you can't fix them by loving them. Even if it is a legit excuse, it's not going to get better. After a BPD and depression and etc. diagnosis, it can literally take a decade. My ex is still trying to get healthy, of trying different pill combinations all while weaning on and weaning off different meds, while the person with BPD goes through crazy highs and lows and are all imbalanced. You'll never be able to trust her because she's always have a great excuse that you can't blame her for. As someone diagnosed with BPD, but not sociopath or narcissist, this is true. It takes years to regain control over your emotions with intensive therapy, or as much as a decade if the problems are deep enough. It took me nearly 5 years to reach a point where I don't split or have meltdowns due to BPD. My concern here is that she is not going to be able to guarantee you any improvement, or visible improvement, anytime soon. It's tough. It's a tough process. I wish I could say otherwise, being kind of sensitive toward BPD stereotypes, but it is sadly very true. She isn't likely to be relationship material for a very long time, and with sociopathy and narcissism added on, woo boy. I wouldn't want to date her. She gave me the first genuine apology. She's a sociopath. There is no such thing as a genuine apology. When you think sociopath, think Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, and Jeffrey Dahmer. They enjoy hurting people, so I'm sure she's getting a grand kick out of this. For the love of crap, don't go around her. LOL. And no, if she's with a straight face telling you a sociopath, that means a psychiatrist listened to her and was so horrified he believed she didn't even have a conscience. Sociopaths not only hurt people, but they enjoy it. Do not date this person or have a friendship. If she's foolish enough to think sociopath means get out of guardhouse free. That's the most terrifying trio of disorders I've ever heard. Don't even sleep around this person. Avoid, avoid, avoid. Do not date a sociopath. They have no conscience, they are pathological liars, and they get a grand kick out of making a fool of people. The question is she also foolish? Because I'm a sociopath isn't really a good let's talk diagnosis. There's a big difference between I'm manic, bipolar, and I have absolutely no conscience. Let's do lunch. Sociopath. OP, please disregard the above comment. Clearly Cosborn 40 does not understand what defines sociopathy. If you want meaningful information about the conditions your ex is referring to, consult a psychiatrist. Needless to say, you should move on from this girl. She still refuses to take responsibility for her actions. I doubt that her diagnosis is true, and I doubt that she has seen a psychiatrist. From the information you provided, it seems that she did a quick Google search to try to find a condition that will act as a scapegoat for her actions. Facepalm actually has a BS in psychology, and zero common sense or any emotional intelligence, which is why I'm on this forum, too. But you really wouldn't want to date someone with antisocial personality disorder unless you just really love pain. They peddle it and happily. Disregard for right and wrong. Persistent lying or deceit to exploit others. Being callous, cynical and disrespectful of others. using charm or wit to manipulate others for personal gain or personal pleasure. Recurring problems with the law, including lawbreaker behavior. Repeatedly violating the rights of others through intimidation and dishonesty. Impulsiveness or failure to plan ahead. Hostility, significant irritability, agitation, aggression or savagery. Lack of empathy for others and lack of remorse about harming others. Unnecessary risk-taking or dangerous behavior with no regard for the safety of self or others. Poor or offensive relationships. Being consistently irresponsible and repeatedly failing to fulfill work or financial obligations. If that sounds like your dream partner, good luck. You can work with anything but a sociopath. Almost every condition has some hope of treatment. They're evil to the core and enjoy it and love it so much they don't want help. Most of the time by a psychiatrist sees them, it's in prison. Or on Wall Street. You just never know. But wherever they go, interpersonal relationships and lives go up in flames. It's the big untreatable condition, and yeah, if she told you she was a sociopath like that would excuse anything, she obviously doesn't know what it is. It's the epitome of human evil, it's the personality that has no conscience, and you can't give a grown-up a conscience. That forms in childhood. It's untreatable except to minimize the damage they inevitably do when they encounter others in close relationships. In my opinion, your response aligns closer to a psychology dropout or one who did not even take a first-year course. My response was 80% from a licensed psychiatrist's actual explanation of antisocial personality disorder. Either you're the guy's dopey girlfriend or you actually don't know what you're talking about. I didn't put quotes around it, but that's a licensed psychiatrist's list of symptoms for antisocial personality disorder. So you're the one who doesn't know your A from a hole in the ground on anything. I didn't mean the list, I meant your inflammatory comments. To be fair, you did call him out first with an inflammatory comment. You can't throw something at someone and then complain when they throw it back at you. Cut her off and do not even attempt to date her again. Go no contact and stop entertaining her. She's emotionally dangerous and it is not wise to keep her around even as a friend. Just drop her off like a hot brick. She is no longer your baggage to carry anymore. Say you feel sorry for her but you can't be with her, and wish her the best. That's all there is. Worldwide comments of the day. Every time a cheater cheats and is forgiven, the cheater belittles the one who is forgiven. Cheating is unforgivable. It is just my opinion. Sorry, bro, you're a nice man. Peace. What a doormat. Guys like this deserve all of the heartache they get. Why ask for advice when you have no spine? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and relatable Reddit videos.